Ready? Hey guys, welcome back to the Giovanni Show. I know that I don't usually do episodes in the off season, but luckily, me and my dad, who is joining me today, got the opportunity to go to the NFL draft. So we're doing kind of a wrap up episode from that experience. Dad, welcome onto the show once again.
Thank you for having me.
Of course. So, my first question for you is, what was kind of your favorite experience from Detroit? What was your favorite, uh, uh, like thing that we got to do?
Mom's spaghetti, for sure.
Mom spaghetti?
Yeah, that was a really good restaurant. It
I,
was a little bit weird how they did the food ordering, but I liked it. It was really good. It was worth the wait, and I liked all the cool memorabilia. Um,
yeah, yeah. So obviously, not being like a Detroit native, I don't know like if that's in a good part of town or a bad part of town. But when anybody in a big city tells you to order in an alley, that's kind of sketchy. So, if you've never been to Mom's Spaghetti, basically, you go in because you're confused. This is your first time going there. So I guarantee everybody who's first time going there, you're gonna be confused and you're gonna go inside. But if you've never been there and you're planning to go there, this may help you so you don't get confused. So basically, Mom's Spaghetti is combined with two different restaurants. And the bottom restaurant, fancy, classy restaurant, nice little restaurant. And then you walk in and you're like, hey, I'm here to order Mom's Spaghetti. And they're like, actually, Mom's Spaghetti, you have to order outside at a window. They give it to you, and then you walk upstairs and eat upstairs. So you order outside through a window, but here's the sketchy part. The window is in an alley on the left side of the building. So you're looking straight at the building. Then on the left side there's a window. And you go order from the window. And like I said, it's kind of sketchy. I would not recommend going there at night. Just because, like I said, I don't know. I since I'm not a Detroit native, I don't know if it's sketchy or not. But when anybody tells me to go in an alley and order food, I'm gonna be kind of skeptical. But then you go upstairs and it's really nice. There's actually there's like a shop of memorabilia that's there, which is actually like when you walk in, it's in the shape of a mobile home, so it's really cool. The placemats for the table are kind of like they look a little bit rough, but that's just kind of the uh what the restaurant is going for, right? Because it's like a trailer park, so it's really cool. Yeah, no, I love that too. Uh, the people want to know, Dad, what did you get from Mom's Spaghetti, and what would you rate it?
oh man, I forget what it was called, but it was just this sandwich, spaghetti sandwich. It was like two Texas toast, like grilled cheese, and then this really delicious spaghetti in the middle. And what I thought was really good was it wasn't drippy, like the sauce wasn't runny. It was really thick and it was just really nice. I forget what it was called. Do you remember?
Don't worry, Dad, I came prepared. It was called the Sketty Sandwich. And for I think an extra 75 cents, you can get it Marshall style. And
And that was
that's
the
what
grilled cheese, right?
Yes,
The Yeah.
that is what me and my dad both got. We doesn't say what it is. It's just kind of Marshall style. So we're assuming that the regular one doesn't have cheese in the middle. This one had cheese, like it the sauce so thick it doesn't fall out of the sandwich. You think spaghetti
Mhm.
sandwich and you're like, I feel like that would just fall apart. Don't worry, because that was our thoughts too. We were scared. We thought, we were prepared to get messy while eating this. And let me tell you, it was not very messy for me. Obviously, you guys know how I eat. I house everything I eat, so you already know I got messy. But for normal eaters, it is not messy. It was funny though because one of my favorite remarks from the whole trip was we go to Mom's Spaghetti and I'm done eating, and I looked at my dad and I say, "Hey, do I have anything on my face?" And he goes, not really. You just kind of look like your Tupperware and you just got spaghetti out of Tupperware. You look like used Tupperware. And I'm
Like
like, what does that
yeah,
even mean?
the spaghetti stain Tupperware. Yeah, I didn't
And
know
so
how else to describe it. You looked orange.
You know,
But I didn't want to say orange.
it was funny though. Before I get into my next question, I just wanted to say, thank you to Detroit, the Detroit Police Station, and Roger Goodell and the NFL for making this event so amazing. It was an awesome event. My first time at the draft, my first time with my dad at the draft, obviously, and his first time at the draft. So it was so amazing, and I just cannot give enough thanks to the NFL and Detroit and the Detroit police station. Really held it down. So I appreciate you all. Um, Tab, my next question for you is what was kind of, I know we talked about your favorite experience. What was kind of your favorite memory while we were there
My favorite memory.
that you got to make? Don't
That's a really
worry.
good question.
Don't worry. You
I
can say spending time with your son. Don't worry.
Oh, is that I'm sorry, I
It
didn't get the
wasn't a trick
script. What
question.
was that? Well, no, I'm thinking of like a specific memory.
He did
Like,
not come prepared, ladies and gentlemen.
no, no. Well, you said this is gonna be raw, unscripted, so I'm raw and unscripted right now.
Well, do you have an answer, or should we come back to that?
Oh, wait, yeah, sorry. You know what? It was seeing you walk like, without much trouble, honestly. And it
Okay.
was no.
That's the way you said that was so robotic. You could tell you came unprepared. It's okay. It's okay. We're
Yeah.
working through this. You're alive.
No, but no, but for real. But you think back all those times when you had a walker
Yeah.
and something that you needed like to assist you walking. Yeah, it was watching you walk towards the main stage, um, and without assistance. Because I remember so many times when like we go to Eagles games and I'd have to either carry you up the stairs or we'd have to wait forever
Yeah.
for an elevator. You were either in a wheelchair and we had to navigate with that, or you had your walker, and you would walk sometimes when you probably shouldn't have, but you did anyway, um, to power, through it. So that's actually been one of my favorite memories is just being able to watch you walk and maneuver around, to the point where sometimes I have to catch up with you because I'm an old fart now and I can't keep up with you. So
Well, we were both going through it. So, basically, to give a little backstory, so my dad broke his foot a few weeks ago. So his
uh,
foot was killing him as we're walking through Detroit. And, these are long days while you're there.
mm,
10 a.m. to 1 a.m. the next day type of days. So it was hard. It definitely was. And, standing there waiting for Pat McAfee, you guys see on the internet those kind of videos of me uh seeing Pat McAfee and stuff, but I mean, we didn't just show up and see him. We stood there probably 2 hours, just waiting.
yeah, I wasn't into that. I really wasn't. So
My
that's not my bag. For I guess for those who don't know, that's not my bag. Uh,
my dad
this is
very
your deal.
antisocial. I
Yeah,
don't know who I got the social genes from, but it was definitely
your
not you.
mother. Not me. No,
Yeah,
no, 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 no.
yeah.
Um,
So
mm-mm.
yeah. So
Yep.
I mean, people
Yeah.
don't
Sorry. Go ahead.
you don't really see the production side of it, just the waiting and everything like that. So, um, we get there at 10 o'clock in the morning, uh, and we couldn't find traffic or we couldn't find parking for
Oh,
about an hour. We were in traffic, and so, um, that was difficult. First off, actually, not first off, because I'm way deep into this conversation, but um the only complaint I feel like I have from this trip, obviously disregarding the car trouble, is
mhm, yeah.
the parking expenses. The highest that I had to pay for parking was $80. That was pretty crazy. $80. I mean, it was very close to the venue, so I know why it was $80, but $80 for parking was kind of crazy. But um, yeah, just the traffic getting in was kind of hectic, so you gotta plan it out as you go. You have to get there at least an hour early, and so we get there at 10. We don't really get like into the action until 12, 1 o'clock, and then we go out and we adventure and we go see people. We actually had a tour of the stage and Roger Goodell's room that he sits
That
in
was really
between
nice.
picks. Yes, yes, yes.
I was not expecting that. That was really nice and really interesting. It's really fascinating to see how things take place behind the scenes and how everything is so organized. It's like a little mini enterprise,
Yeah.
like there,
Yeah. And
like a business, not the spaceship, but I guess it could qualify as a spaceship too. Because you had all these different components. You had the people pressing the jerseys and prepping that part of
yeah,
it. You had the people with the audio
yeah.
department, video department. You had logistics people, security people, the
The
FBI
FBI,
guys.
yeah.
That was cool. I don't think I had ever seen FBI guys armored up like that. Like
Yeah,
they
no.
were legit. It was like out of a they looked like they were out of a movie, like a Navy SEAL type movie.
Yeah. Yeah, real like American Sniper vibes right there.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was very interesting going back and seeing the jersey presses. Actually, if you didn't know this, they can press those jerseys in the most amount of time that they can take. Doing that is 90 seconds. So they're like so fast. Like that's the most time that it'll take them. Like
Yeah.
that's crazy to me. That they can do it that fast. But everybody working so hard. Huge shout out to Brian McCarthy from the PR department at the NFL. Go follow him on Twitter at the PR guy. Actually, I think it's at NFL PR guy. Go follow him on Twitter. Just a fantastic guy. I've never met anyone in this company that hasn't been fantastic. So he is just amazing. He gave us the tour. He's always so amazing to work with.
That
Um,
was the first time
def-
I met him. He was really nice.
yes,
Very nice gentleman.
definitely an amazing experience, and he never makes he always makes the experiences better. So I really do appreciate him. So Dad, in Detroit, we got to see guys like Quinion Mitchell and Caleb Williams. Um, what are your expectations for a guy like Caleb Williams? Because I know a lot of people don't like him, but me and you got to
Wait,
talk
what?
to him.
Caleb Williams?
People don't like
The
him.
the first overall guy?
Yeah,
The guy that we met?
yeah.
Why
People,
not? Why don't they like him? He was like a really nice guy.
very nice guy. People think he's cocky, and people think
What?
he's pretty arrogant, and people think he paints his nails, and people don't like that. So people think he's very.
Wait. I was with you up until why'd you throw in the paint nails things? What's the big deal about that?
It's a big
What?
thing to people. It's a big thing to
Like
people.
arrogant? You were going with arrogant, like it was all this stuff, like
Yeah.
psychological stuff,
No, I'm
and then
serious.
you
This
just like
the top
what
three things here: cockiness, arrogance, and nail painting. Top
why
three
the
things right here.
but why the nail painting? I don't understand that.
I don't know.
Like, what's the big deal?
Some people just don't like it. Some people really
Uh,
just don't like that he does that. I mean, it's not my decision to paint or
it's
not
weird.
paint.
Like I don't know. I guess I don't find that strange. Like what's that comedian? I think it's Penn and Teller, one of them. I think he like paints his nail or something in honor of his mom, and so it's like it's no big deal. Nobody has a problem with that. So
Yeah,
I guess I don't understand the uh, nail painting thing, but no, he was a really nice guy.
yeah, super nice. Just
Also to be fair though, I haven't seen him in like anything else, like any other interviews or anything like that. So um maybe he did sound cocky or arrogant. I don't know, but from the time when you got to interview him, and then when we saw him at the presser there, he was really nice, very
Yeah,
nice kid.
so actually people thought that his answer when I was interviewing him on Wednesday, some people thought that he sounded arrogant under that. So I think people are
Really?
just I think some people are just nitpicky and they're very tough on these guys when, a guy like Caleb Williams, getting to know him and getting to meet him, he's going to use that as fuel, and I think he's going to be one of the future leaders of this league. So I have no doubt that Caleb Williams can be that guy. I think he's the it factor for the Bears. He can be the turnaround for this organization. So that's
You think?
I just want to give huge props to him because just a fantastic guy, fantastic football player. Um, yeah, I just
Yeah,
cannot wait to
but
see him.
back up the you said that he could turn the team around. What are your thoughts on him for like next season? Do you think he comes out like hits the ground running like super hot and then takes him to like playoffs, like that type of like movie line type story? Or do you think he has hiccups? Do you think he's gonna flop, the
Um,
first season but come out strong season two?
Here's the thing. I think for obviously Justin Fields, the project that everybody wanted to work didn't work. So at this point, they're just experimenting with new things. I think Caleb Williams is that thing just because, it takes a village. He's willing to build that village and help build that village, and he's willing to work with anyone around him. So that's why I think he's going to be fantastic. There was some controversy. Justin Fields kind of complaining, he doesn't like playing in the cold and things like that. And you know, I haven't heard Caleb Williams say anything like that, anything negative like that. So I think with no excuses, Caleb's just kind of putting his head down, getting to work, and I'm excited to see what he does throughout training camp and OTAs. Then once we get
Yeah.
into the season, I think he's gonna come out zinging. Obviously, like I said, though, it takes a village. So who knows where the Bears are gonna be a year from now? But I think that long term, Caleb Williams will be that guy for this franchise.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I wish him the best. Yeah, you seem very, very nice.
Yeah. So obviously this being our first time at the NFL draft, what would you say to someone who, was kind of on the fence, like, should I go to the draft? Should I not? What would be your kind of thing to convince someone that they should go to the NFL draft?
Mm, it's a really good time. Honestly, if you can make the commute, because I know it goes different places every year. So if you can make the commute, yeah, it's worth it just to be around all the fans. Honestly, I thought that was really cool because usually when you go to these events, or when I should say when we've gone to like sporting events, it's only been like Colts fans or Eagles fans, that are predominantly there, and then you have the opposing teams fan base. But what was cool to see was all the fan bases. I mean, you had everybody represented there, and I thought that was really cool. It was like I don't know, just a union of all fan bases and a celebration of the sport in that way. And at the same time celebrating the next generation to come in to the NFL. It's pretty
Exactly.
cool. I loved it. It was a great
Yeah.
experience. Great fans. Didn't have a bad experience at all. Everybody was pretty chill. Even though they were drunk by like 11 a.m. Already, as we saw when we were waiting for Pat McAfee.
Oh god. Yeah.
Yeah, they were yelling stuff at Bill Belichick too. Remember, we got to see Bill Belichick.
Yeah. Feel bad for Bill Belichick in those moments for sure, because
I don't know
people.
why they were yelling all that stuff to him.
I love Bill.
During
Shout out to
the
Bill Belichick for taking it on the chin and not. I mean, this guy.
like really bad. They were putting on like freak and stuff. They were yelling and
Yeah,
just being
people.
obscene.
Yeah, yelling crazy things at him.
I don't
Um,
know why, but yet at the same time they're like, oh, can you sign this for me? Like,
yeah,
bro, you
real
you
weird.
just insulted the guy pretty much, and then you want him to come over and be chummy and sign your stuff? Like,
No, and here's the crazy
you're-
thing. One of the craziest things that I heard being yelled at Bill Belichick, and then kind of so they came over and asked for his autograph. Which number one, he didn't talk to anyone or sign any autographs just because, people were just being weird to him. So I imagine that that's the reason why he doesn't really do that stuff. But
Mhm.
anyways, somebody literally had the audacity to yell at Bill Belichick to take his pants off on live television. And then they go over and ask for his autograph. Like, come on. It's so crazy to
I
think
forgot
that.
about that.
It's, you know, that's, there's nothing like the NFL draft. That's what I'll say. I mean, that was funny. You never know who you're going to run into at the draft, though, too. I think that that's my biggest takeaway that I would give to someone is that you never know who you're going to run into. I met someone I forget what the gentleman's name was. I had met someone though, and he had just gotten done seeing Kyle Brandt just walking down the street. So you really never know who you're gonna run into. Me and Pat McAfee didn't even know he was gonna be there till probably an hour before he got to his set. Um,
Mhm.
it was just it's a really cool experience. Never know who you're gonna uh meet up with, never know who you're gonna make connections with. So it's a really cool event, and if you've never been, you definitely have to go. uh I imagine it's different in every city, but I mean Detroit showed out, you know. Lots of people, over 200,000 people.
Yeah.
So
It was really cool to see. Yeah.
yeah, just like you said, fans in unison. You see at least one fan from each team, so that's really cool to see. Different fan bases. And the thing is, at football games it can get rowdy, but really all these fan bases, when they're not at football games, like you just see like you know, Cowboys fans and Eagles fans chilling together, and it was really peaceful and nice. So that's the thing I have to say is that uh I always preach kindness on this podcast, and there there's a whole lot of it in Detroit. Fan base rivalries, really not getting at each other and really just embracing one another was really cool to see as well.
Yeah, for sure.
Well, Dad, this has been fantastic. Thank you very
Oh,
much.
is that it? Are we done?
Yeah. Oh, we're done. So just to wrap things up, we had a fantastic time in Detroit. I cannot thank you guys enough. All the listeners, all the followers on Twitter, all the followers on Instagram for helping me and my dad get to Detroit. Um, I'm definitely going to try and make it to the draft next year just because this experience was so amazing. Meeting people, doing everything like that, bringing you guys the best content was so amazing. I loved having that privilege. And, it was just so fantastic. So I appreciate you all. I know my dad appreciates you all for giving us this
Oh,
opportunity as
absolutely.
well.
Absolutely. Thank you very much.
Yeah, so thank you guys. Here's to another year of NFL. I will raise my Mountain Dew to you. Here's to another year. I can't wait to get this season started. Thank you guys for listening, and go Birds.